What's up, guys? What's going on? This is video number 3. Thanks. I've gotten some subscribers already, mostly family and friends. I appreciate that. We are breaking a 1991 Leaf set Series 2. This set is not particularly popular at all. There are no great rookies here. There are 12 gold Leaf rookie cards and Harmon Killebrew puzzle pieces. That's about it. Yes, there's Hall of Famers in here and stuff like that, and first year, second year cards of Griffey and Frank Thomas, I believe, and guys like that. Sosa. I was at a antique shop at a flea market about a week and a half ago. I picked this up for $10. It was laying in the corner. I could have probably gotten it for more, but only the salesperson was there. The owner wasn't there. I could live with the $10. This is a set I did not collect. I stopped collecting in 91, 92. I didn't get to collect this set at that time. So I'll definitely use some of these cards for my collection. Again, not expecting anything that's worth any value in here. Just fun breaking up an old set. It looked cool. It was always cool. The packaging was cool. So wax box, 36 packages. I think it's 15 cards per pack. It's still got the cellophane with Leaf on it. That's pretty cool. Cool chrome baseball. It looks nice, man. If you were a kid at the hobby store then, you'd look at this set and be like, wow, these cards are going to be top notch. But decades later, no rookie cards worth anything. So let's get this cellophane wrapping off. Like even the cellophane says Leaf. I always like the Leaf logo. I think it's cool with the script. Leaf, leaf, leaf. Leaf, leaf, leaf. Box is nice and shiny. It's always kind of cool. Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Great, great catcher. Home run hitting catcher. Red Sox and White Sox. Let's see here. If I were to display it, I would pop that open, but I'm not displaying it. We're just opening it. The packs are nice. I'm telling you, man. They'd sucker you in back then. 15 baseball cards, 3 puzzle pieces. 2, 3, 4. Still in 4s. Okay, pack number 1. By the way, you know I'm a Yankee fan, and we got 2 Yankees into the Hall of Fame yesterday. That's 2. 1, 2 Yankees. Mariano Rivera, the first Hall of Famer ever, unanimously voted. Of course, that means he was the first ballot, right? And Mike Mussina, who made the cut as well after 6 years on the ballot. Well-deserved. Moose was definitely a great pitcher in the era that he pitched in. High offense in the American League East. His rookie is not here, would come out the following year, as Mariano would too. There goes the puzzle piece. There we go. We got a Hall of Famer right off the bat. Tim Raines. The Rock. That was the National League's Ricky Henderson until Vince Coleman came along for a couple of years. But Vince Coleman's not in the Hall of Fame. The Rock is. And he helped us win 2 championships, I think. 96 and 98 teams. The Rock. Barry Jones, not familiar. Manny Lee. He used to be around for the Blue Jays a lot. Infielder, utility. Jack Armstrong. This isn't the Jack Armstrong that that's Jack McDowell, who pitched for the Yankees after the White Sox. Mike Jackson. This guy was around for a long time. I'm sorry if these cards, they don't look like they're focusing too good. Maybe that's better. I'll hold it there. Doug Drabeck. He was good this year, Pirates. Eric, you must have loved him back then. He was 22 and 6 in 1990. This is 91, so this is all about their 90 statistics. I think he won the Cy Young in 1990 for the National League. Drabeck was a Yankee rookie. He was drafted by us, and we traded him away. Jeff Hamilton Jr. Ken Caminiti. This might be his rookie. Nope, not his rookie. Zane Smith, another important Pirate. Roger Clemens. I've never seen that card. It's pretty cool. I like the borders. Like I said, it looks fancy. Roger Clemens, I think he got 60-something% this year. No, just under 60, 59.4. Larry Cassian. Norm Charlton, one of the nasty boys. This is 91, so 1990, the Reds won the World Series. They swept the A's with the Bash Brothers. The A's went to the World Series 3 years in a row, 88, 89, and 90. 88, Kirk Gibson, Earl Hershiser, and the Dodgers upset them 4-1 after Kirk hit that miraculous home run off Dennis Eckersley. 89 was the Earthquake Series and the Bay Series with the Giants and the A's fighting for the title. And the A's swept the Giants, and the World Series was postponed for about 10 days, I believe, after the earthquake in the beginning of Game 3. And then the Reds swept the A's in 1990. That was not expected. Larry Anderson. Andre Dawson, another Hall of Famer, the Hawk. Started with the Expos, and here he's with the Cubs. Bob Tewksbury, a very good pitcher. Another Yankee original. Got traded. He helped the Cardinals get to many playoffs in the 80s. Tewksbury. And the puzzle. It's a fancy puzzle, too. Look, it shines, too. Look at that. Chrome puzzle. Harmon Killebrew. Maybe we can put this together, right? I got a feeling you guys will want me to speed it up with the cards. So, John Havian, a Yankee that I don't even know about. Imagine that. Hold on, let me see. Any other Yankees here? I gotta put my Yankees to the side. Carlos Quintana. We have a Carlos Quintana today. I wonder if they're related. I wonder if that's his dad. Denny Nagel. I think this is his rookie. Nagel was on the 96 team, coming from the Braves. He wasn't all that good. This is his rookie. Denny Nagel rookie. They're nice cards. Mike Timlin. He was in that Blue Jays staff in the bullpen. The back-to-back champion Blue Jays, 92 and 93. Chris Bosio was a solid starter for the Brewers. Dave Valley from New York. I like Dave on MLB Network. I collect his cards. He's from Queens, I believe, or Brooklyn. Mike Felder. Johnny Franco, all the Mets fans, huh? One of the better relievers. Don't know if he'll make it to the Hall of Fame. Speaking of Hall of Fame, here's Cal Ripken. Never seen that card. And I got a lot of Cal cards. Another Hall of Famer, Nolan Ryan. The Ryan Express. Chris Nabholz. Jamie Navarro. Marty Barrett. Carmelo Martinez. Juan Berenger. And the top of Harmon Killerboo's head. So that's cool. Getting there. Well, 36 packs is a lot. Oh, here we go. Gold insert. Ricky Henderson. Record steal. Hall of Famer and one of the best ever, Ricky Henderson. Becomes baseball all-time stolen base king. It had been an event that was inevitable, but the ravages of running, sliding, and stealing had taken their toll on Ricky Henderson's body, and his date with destiny had to be postponed. Finally, on May 1st, 1991, Henderson made a headlong dash from second to third in the fourth inning against his former team, the New York Yankees. I remember that. He broke Lou Brock's all-time stolen base record of 938. Ricky Henderson. It's a nice card. Bob Walk, another Pirate. Vicente Palacios, another Pirate. Junior Felix. Dan Pasqua. Brooke Jacoby. Steve Chitrin. Roger McDowell. He was a good utility guy. Lance Johnson. I think Lance Johnson hit 200 hits twice with the Mets after the White Sox, if I remember correctly. Don Paul, Tommy Green, Tom Henke, the Terminator, the closer for those back-to-back champion Blue Jays. Gilberto Reyes, Pat Tabler. Ha! Prime time. Deion. You guys know Deion Sanders was drafted and was a Yankee rookie, right? This is not his rookie card. This is his second-year card. But Deion, before he left the Pinstripes, hit 2 home runs on a Friday night. I want to say it was against the Mariners. It might have been the Rangers. And then that Sunday was his first game with the Falcons. And the first touch of the NFL football, this guy ran back a punt for a touchdown. I don't think it was a kickoff. I think it was a punt return, and he got a touchdown. That's prime time. 2 home runs on a Friday, punt return touchdown. First game ever in the NFL. It was Bo and Deion in that time. Oh, we got another Ricky Henderson. So any Ricky Henderson fans out there, I got 2 of these. Just hit me up. Don't forget to subscribe and follow my channel. I'm just starting, guys. Please leave comments to tell me how I could do these better for you. Improve my content. Chris Nabholz. Dale Murphy. Another guy. You see now, Harold Baines got into the Hall of Fame this year through the Veterans Committee. And Dale Murphy was a better player. than Harold Baines. So now the guys were discussing the fact that Harold Baines got in. There's a lot of guys that have numbers like him. That means the door is going to be open for a lot of iffies. And Dale Murphy never even came close to becoming a Hall of Famer. And he was dominant in the 80s. I think he had the most home runs and RBIs. So Harold Baines is in. This guy is probably going to get into the Veterans Committee. Danny Darwin, he was a vet. Glenn Davis with the Orioles. And he was a monster with the Astros in the mid-'80s, but then he did nothing really for the Birds. Juan Berenger again. Greg Olson, bust. Tom Lampkin. Steve Bedrosian led the league in saves for the Cubs one year. Is he still with the Cubs here? No, it's San Francisco now with the Minnesota Twins. Greg Hibbard, Jamie Quirk, Dave Roday, Dave Stewart. I think he won the Cy Young in 1990. Oh no, Roger Clemens won, I think. But Stu was the ace of the ace pitching staff. Another Roger McDowell. Barry Jones, another puzzle piece. Anybody in the Northeast, man, I know it's cold up there. I'm in Florida, so I can't even say how chilly it is here. Not without offending you guys. Benito Santiago, all-star catcher at this point. He was tracking, but then he lost steam. I think he had a 36-game hitting streak as a rookie. He was a good catcher, though. Mattingly, my favorite baseball player of all time, my hero, and now coaching the Marlins here in Miami, along with Derek Jeter, who will walk into the Hall of Fame next year by himself. Maybe he'll get 100% unanimous votes like Mariano. Love Mattingly. Love this card, man. Look at that. Mattingly is the best first baseman I've ever seen. Even though he lost power with his back problems, he never lost his glove, man. He continued winning Gold Gloves at first. Stoked about that card. Rich Gedman, Brett Butler, Juan Augusto, Scott Coolbaugh, Jack Armstrong again, Mike Jackson again, Reggie Jefferson, Chris Carpenter, not the Chris Carpenter of today, Gary Varsho, Rick Cerone. Is this with the Mets? Yeah, it's with the Mets. Cerone made the All-Star team in 1980, his first year with the Yankees, after Thurman Munson died. It was a tough gig, but he made the All-Star team. He was a solid backup. Greg Gagne, two-time champion with the Twins in 87 and 91. Willie Randolph in his Brewers uniform. I think he was a Brewer for a couple of weeks. Yankees, Dodgers, Brewers, Mets. And Oakland. He went back to the World Series. He hit well against the Reds. Willie was always clutch. Dale Murphy again. Is that the same card or is that a different card? Oh, it's the same one. I'm not familiar with these cards at all, so they all look new to me. I've never really known how this set looked. George Brett, another Hall of Famer. Yankee killer. Oh, the fights he had with Greg Nettles. Jose Rio, World Series MVP. Also another Yankee draft pick that we gave away in the 80s. Helped the Reds win the World Series. Sammy Sosa, Chicago White Sox, not Chicago Cubs. Sosa started with the Rangers. This is his third card. Sosa. Bo Alred, never heard of him. Chili Davis, solid guy. Won a championship with us in 98 and 99. Started with the Angels. I think he won with the Twins too in 91. He's got 3 rings. Scott Fletcher, pesky guy, pesky infielder. Willie Wilson, man, he was one of my favorite Royals. This guy could hit, score runs, steal bases. Another pain in the butt to the Yankees. Curt Schilling. Is this his rookie? Schilling also, I think he broke 60 this year. He broke 64% on the Hall of Fame ballot. A lot of people saying Mike Mussina got in, Curt Schilling should get in. I'm not a fan of Schilling. I'm not sure how much I respect what he did on the field either. I definitely don't like the way he's conducted himself afterwards. A lot of people didn't. A lot of writers don't. That's why he's been having trouble getting in the Hall of Fame. If he gets in, he gets in. He doesn't, he doesn't. He's short. Pitched his heart out against the Yankees, though. I will give him that. Well, he had 1, 2, 3 call-ups with Baltimore. In 88, 4 games. In 89, 5 games. And 1990, 35 games. So, it's not his rookie, but this is a very early card. Of course, from the Astros, they traded him to the Phillies, and then he helped the Phillies get to the World Series in 93 when they lost to the Blue Jays. The Eck, another Hall of Famer. MLB TV has been showing a great documentary on Eckersley the last couple of weeks. If you guys have MLB TV, check that out. Eck's got a great story, man. He does. He battled alcohol and a whole bunch of other demons before resurrecting his career. He was a great starter. He threw a no-hitter in his first or second year. And they got traded around a few, and then he switched up and he became a reliever, and obviously one of the greatest relievers. Oh, Crucky, John Kruk. MLB TV analyst. I like Kruk, man. This is not his rookie because he started with San Diego. But Kruk was also on that 93 Phillies team that went to the World Series. His all-star game at bat against Randy Johnson is the best, though. Robin Ventura, another solid player. Played for us, played for the Mets, the White Sox. Hit that walk-off grand slam in 1999 for the Mets, or was it 2000 when they played the Yankees and lost in the Subway Series. But he hit it in the rain. It was a walk-off, but he only made it to first base, so he never got credited with the walk-off grand slam, just the game-winning single. Bobby Thigpen saved 57 games for the White Sox, and until Francisco Rodriguez broke his record, I think, with 62. This kid that the Mets got now, Edwin Diaz from the Mariners, along with Cano, he tied Thigpen with 57 saves last year. Dave Howard, that's his rookie card, but he never amounted to much of anything. Mike Heath, Tony Fernandez. Tony Fernandez was a great hitter in the 80s. Started with the Blue Jays. I think he got traded to San Diego for Roberto Alomar. And then the Blue Jays won 2 championships, so you can't argue with that logic. That trade worked out for the Blue Jays. Tony Fernandez was on the 95 Yankees team that lost to the Mariners, and Hall of Famer Edgar Martinez in the division series. The first wild card team in the American League was the New York Yankees. Don Mattingly's last year and his first playoffs, which he rocked. Rob Dibble, another nasty boy, world champion 1990 Reds. Andy Benes, longtime Padres pitcher. Danny Jackson, this is St. Danny Jackson from Cincinnati and Kansas City. He also won a ring in 1990. Dave Howard again. Ernie Witt, longtime catcher for the Blue Jays. Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. He's on the box. Number 72. Huh? Back then, nobody was wearing numbers that high. Strawberry. Dodgers uniform. Mets fans hate to see that. And of course, Strawberry won with the 86 Mets, one of the best teams ever, 108 wins. They almost choked and lost to the Red Sox. It wasn't the Red Sox who choked that World Series. The Red Sox had only won 95 games in the regular season. The Mets won 108 games. They were the best team all year, and they were supposed to win the championship, and they did. Of course, Strawberry collected 3 more rings with the Yankees, but I won't remind Mets fans of that. Heath Slocum, Glenn Braggs, Vance Law, Danny Cox, Mark Lee, Tony Fossis, Brian Downing. Downing was one of the first weightlifting guys with the Angels. Jose Rio, another one. Plesac. I love Plesac. He's great on MLB Network. He's great, man. He was a solid closer. His enthusiasm for the game is incredible. I love it. Von Hayes. Wade Boggs, another Hall of Famer. Never won in Boston, but you know where he won a ring? With the Yankees in 96. Dwight Evans. Dwight was one of my favorite Red Sox. Can you believe that? A Yankee guy liking the Red Sox? Well, Dwight Evans definitely was one. He was an awesome right fielder. Chuck Knobloch. Won with the Twins in 91 and then won with us in 98, 99, and 2000. Is this his rookie? Yes, it is. Chuck Knobloch rookie. Ernie Witt again. Kent Herbeck, another 2-time champion with the Twins, 87 and 91. Home run hitting first base. Jesse Barfield, when he came over from the Blue Jays to the Yankees after the Winfield left to the Angels. Jesse's a good guy. I met him in Yankee fantasy camp about 3 years ago. Sat down, had a good evening with him speaking and at the ballpark. He was a great guy. Great guy to talk to. Very nice man. Gary Gaetti in an Angels uniform, but he was part of that 87 Twins championship team. Craig Worthington, Vance Law again, Jason Grimsley. There you go, Frank Thomas, Hall of Famer, testosterone guy. You've seen his commercials. This is his first year card, not his rookie. Still though, the Big Hurt, Hall of Famer. Dennis Martinez, second winningest pitcher for Latinos. Bartolo Colon tied him or passed him this past year. El Presidente. Roberto Alomar, another Hall of Famer. First year with the Blue Jays. See, Tony Fernandez was in San Diego. Bobby Alomar with the Blue Jays. Mario Diaz, Jeff Gray, Bam Bam Mullins. This guy was supposed to be a monster for the Yankees. His nickname was Bam Bam. Never worked out. Never happened for us. Rob Dibble again. Andy Benes again. Danny Jackson. Todd Zeile. He was on that 2000 Mets team that lost to us in the Subway Series. He was a solid player for a long time. Not a Hall of Famer. Not an all-star, but a solid player. Solid. Mike Heath. Kent Hrbek. Sid Bream. Ken Griffey Jr., there you go. Not his rookie. This is his second year card. Yep, a third year card. Hall of Fame. Griffey Jr. Kevin Bass. He was an all-star for the Astros in the mid-'80s. Bobby Bonilla. The Mets are still paying him. $1 million a year till 2023, something like that. What a great deal this guy signed, huh? He was part of the Pirates teams that kept going to the playoffs in the late 80s, early 90s. He was Barry Bonds' home run buddy here. He did not do steroids. Then signed that big contract with the Mets. And obviously a smart one since he's still getting paid by the Mets. Danny Cox. Mark Lee. Kevin Gross. Gerald Perry. Gerald Clark. A checklist. Craig Lefferts. Mickey Morandini. Ken Hill. Mark Leonard. Mackie Sasser. Jack Morris, another Hall of Famer, inducted last year. Twins absolutely did the best thing by getting him from the Tigers because he helped them in '91. Pitched that classic 10 innings in Game 7 against John Smoltz. Plesac again. Von Hayes. Wade Boggs, another Wade Boggs. Any Wade Boggs fans, you need that card, let me know. Dwight Evans. Dave Howard again. Curtis Wilkerson. Andy Van Slyke. Andy was a great player, man. Great. I love watching him play, man. All out. I know Eric loves this dude. Gary Gaetti again. Alex Fernandez became a solid pitcher. It's got to be his rookie, maybe. Yeah, this might be his rookie card. Alex Fernandez. Not sure if he pitched a no-hitter. I'd have to look that up. If anybody knows, let me know. Comment below. I need comments, man. You guys let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong. Talking too much, not talking enough. Rafael Palmeiro. Mr. Steroids, another guy. Never gonna sniff the Hall of Fame, buddy. Nope. Not you. Here we go, Jack McDowell. That's the guy I was talking about. He gave the middle finger to somebody at Yankee Stadium, and they killed him for that one. It was on TV. Anyway, this is the guy that was pitching when Martinez hit that shot, I think. Or it was Cone. It was Cone or him. Either way, McDowell came to the Yankees. He really didn't do what he was supposed to do. Wally Whitehurst. Gene Nelson, to throw back A's. Oh, I love that A's uniform with the yellow. It's dope. Mike Jeffcoat, Bill Sampson, Glenn Allen Hill. This guy hit 4 home runs in one game once. One of the few to do it. Terry Pendleton, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. This guy was a clutch playoff performer for the Cardinals and then the Braves. Harold Reynolds, another MLB Network analyst, led the league in stolen bases in '87, American League. That's only because Ricky Henderson got hurt. Ricky called him up. He was like, "You only stole 60 bases? Man." Harold Reynolds, he was a solid infielder. You guys excited? 2019 season's coming up. Pete Incaviglia. Lots of home runs, lots of strikeouts. Sounds like the boppers of today, huh? All or nothing. Ernest Riles. Alan Trammell. One of the better shortstops in the 80s. And I think he got into the Hall of Fame last year, too, with Jack Morris. Or was it Lou Whitaker? I think it was Alan Trammell. Alfredo Griffin. There was a lot of hype with him when he first came up with the Blue Jays. Ed Whitson. Oh, my God. This guy had one good year, and then George Steinbrenner signed him. And he was a Yankee, and they killed him. The fans, the boss, the media. This guy could not pitch in Yankee Stadium. It's kind of like Sonny Gray. This is the Sonny Gray of the 80s. Ed Whitson, bum free agent. Booed out of New York. John Cerruti. Dwayne Henry. Mickey Tettleton, Fruit Loops guy. He was a solid backstop. Tony Fernandez again. Jesse Barfield again. Dave Righetti. Rags. Yankee rookie, 1981 American League Rookie of the Year. Was the all-time Yankee closer until the Hall of Famer, Mariano Rivera, shattered those records. But Righetti went to the Giants after the 1990 season and became their closer and then their pitching coach. Righetti's a great guy. He threw a no-hitter on July 4th, 1983 against the Red Sox. You are cemented in Yankee history, sir. Luis Sojo beat the Mets. Game-winning hit in Game 5, 2000 Subway Series. This might be his rookie. Well, this is his first-year card. I didn't know his rookie card was with the Blue Jays. I didn't know that. Ron Hassey. Edwin Nunez. Scott Bankhead. That was a great name. That classic Seattle hat. Those are dope. Moving right along. Orlando Merced, Pirates. Wally Backman, not with the Mets, but with the Phillies here. Kevin Brown. You notice something different about Kevin Brown? Is it me, or is Kevin Brown a little slightly tanned? Luis Rivera. Scott Champerino, Bob Tewksbury, Rafael Belliard, Turner Ward, Steve Decker, Candy Maldonado, Vince Coleman in his Mets uniform. Yeah, the Mets got him, and he did not do what he did for the St. Louis Cardinals for the Mets. Another guy that got booed out of town. Doug DeCenso, Bobby Ojeda, Bruce Hurst. Robin Ventura again. Another Dwight Evans. Any Dwight Evans fans, man? Felix Jose, just hit me up. Bud Black became a good coach. Good manager. Kevin Elster. Craig Worthington. Jeff Russell. Rick Mahler. Franklin Stubbs. McGriff, man. McGriff belongs in the Hall of Fame. He is off the ballot. This was his last year. He got, what did he get? 38%? That's a shame. The one guy who didn't do steroids in the 90s, late 80s, and all through the 90s. The crime dog. He had 493 home runs. Now, if we didn't have a strike in 1993, in 94, and the first 3-4 weeks of the 95 season, this guy would have easily hit 500 home runs. And if that's what's stopping him, these guys from writing him into the Hall of Fame, or because his numbers weren't like Sosa and McGwire and Bonds with all their steroid padded numbers, you know what I'm saying? This guy should be in the Hall of Fame, man. And because he didn't play with one team his whole career. George Brett, Hall of Famer. Otis Nixon, great base stealer, good defensive center fielder. Tim Wallach, great expo. This guy could hit. Sean Abner, Chili Davis, once again, all-star. There we go. Another gold rookie, Tim Costo. Don't know who that is. Those are nice. These cards are from 91, guys. Preserved well in these packages. Scott Erickson. He was part of that 91 staff for the world champion Twins. Bob Scanlon, Sean Hilligus, Corey Snyder. He was a bopper for the Indians in the 80s. Dave Winfield, one of my favorite players too. One of his first Angels cards. The boss did him dirty, man. And Winfield's 31 should be retired in the Yankees. Aaron Hicks wears it now, and that's fine, but number 31 should be retired pinstripe number. Winfield put great numbers as a Yankee. Under the toughest regime, the 80s, so many managers, the boss was out of control. He had no idea how to run a baseball team. Hall of Famer, Dave Winfield. Benito Santiago again. Mattingly, another Mattingly. You could trade me for something I need. If you guys need Mattingly, other Mattingly fans there. Gedman, Brett Butler, Agosto, Scott Coolbaugh, another checklist, Alonzo Powell, Reggie Jefferson. Pat Kelly, gold Yankee rookie. Pat Kelly was on 95 and 96 teams. He got a ring in 96. He was a promising rookie, but he kept getting injuries. He was a good defensive second baseman. Your time was appreciated as a pinstripe, sir. Mark McGwire. Never seen this card before. Another guy that will never sniff the Hall of Fame. Wild Thing. Mitch Williams. This guy would fall off the mound, and there he is falling off the mound. That's a great card. That's like a frame. Mitch Williams, man. Wild Thing. 1993 helped the Phillies get to the World Series. Tim Raines, The Rock, another of him. Barry Jones, Manny Lee, Jack Armstrong, Mike Jackson, Doug Drabeck, Hamilton, Ken Caminiti, Zane Smith, another Roger Clemens. If you guys need any of these for your collections, just let me know, man. Leave me a comment. Norm Charlton, again. Otis Nixon, Craig Lefferts, Steve Lake, Jeff Robinson, Paul Molitor, another Hall of Famer. Pure hitter. Molitor is one of the best I've ever seen, man. Clutch. Milwaukee, Twins, Blue Jays. He was great. Hal Reynolds again. Another Kurt Schilling. The Bam Bam Mulens. Rob Dibble again. Any Cincinnati fans, let me know. Andy Bennis. Danny Jackson. Devon White. Smooth center fielder for the Blue Jays. Two-time champion. He was nice. George Bell. 1987 American League MVP. One of the first Dominican home run hitters of the 80s. George Bell. Carlton Fisk, Hall of Famer. Sid Bream. It's therapy for me. I love baseball and I love baseball cards. Danny Darwin. Glenn Davis. Bob Tewksbury. Belliard. Al Newman. Tim Belcher. Chico Walker. Mariano Duncan. Our second baseman for the 1996 World Champion Yankees. Mark McGwire. Wild Thing. The Rock again. Barry Jones. Manny Lee. Joe Klink. Wayne Edwards. The Big Unit. Another Hall of Famer. Steve Lake. Ron Darling. Another MLB analyst. He does great work. I like Ron Darling. Jimmy Jones. Mario Diaz, Jeff Gray, another Bam Bam Mullins, Alfredo Griffin, Ed Whitson, you bum, John Cerruti, Dwayne Henry, Mickey Tettleton, Tony Fernandez, Jesse Barfield, Heath Slocum, Andrew Harcedeno. Yeah, he was another hyped up rookie. Never really worked out. Alvin Davis. This guy was solid for the Mariners in the 80s. A lot of home runs. Greg Harris. Greg Cadaret. John Havian. Yankee I never heard of. Scott Coolball. Mike Timlin. Chris Bosio. Valley. Felder. Franco. Ripken. Ryan. You guys need Ripken and Ryan cards from this set that you don't have. Just let me know, man. Let me put this pile over here and put this pile over here. I think we're halfway through. Sorry, it's taking forever. Let's see if I can speed this up. I guess editing, right? But I don't know about all that. Greg Olson, bust. Lampkin, Bedrosian, Hibbard, Quirk, Rode, Stewart, McDowell, Johnson, Paul, Cromartie, Scanlon, Hillegas, Snyder, Winfield. Another rookie insert. Oh, Nolan Ryan. There you go. Nice. His last no-hitter. 7 no-hitters. Definitely the best strikeout pitcher ever. And when you could throw the way he did, that's why he had 7 no-hitters. But by far, he is not the best pitcher. Greg Maddux was a better pitcher than Nolan Ryan. Just to begin, Roger Clemens was a better pitcher than Nolan Ryan. Nolan Ryan lost as many as he won. Do not get it confused, people. Manny Lee, Scott Erickson, Scanlon, Hillegas, Snyder, Winfield, Santiago, Mattingly, Gedman, Butler, Augusto, Dawson, Checklist, Powell, Puzzle. I don't know how many videos are of this wax box break of the 91 Leaf set. Mine's might be the first. I don't know. Fossis. Tony Fossis. Don't even know who that is. Brian Downing. Gene Nelson. Sammy Sosa. Tim Tuffle. Jeff Robinson. Chris Hammond. Pete Cavilla. Ernest Rouse. Alan Trammell, Hall of Fame. Alfredo Griffin. Ed Woodson, you bum. Cerruti. Henry Tettleton. Let me drink some unsweetened tea. I am a type 2 diabetic. I am not on medication. I do keep my blood sugar down. So I drink a lot of water or diet sodas or juices, sugar-free stuff, unsweetened tea. Those of you who are diabetic out there, take care of your blood. You don't have to be on medication if you watch what you eat. It's usually no carbs, no sugar. Andy Van Slyke. Eric, if you need this, let me know. I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you anyway. My next package. Lance Parrish. This guy was tough. This is a great picture, man. Lance Parrish. Tough catcher for the Tigers. Then the Angels. I think he might have done for the Braves too. I was a son of a gun behind the plate. I'll tell you that much. Mike Maddox, Greg's brother. Not as good as his brother. Became a pitching coach though. Still rocks a mustache. Pascual Perez. The voodoo doctor. That dude was insane. Rest in peace, man. He got killed in the Dominican Republic a couple years ago. Got murdered. This guy showed up at the park when he wanted to. And when he pitched, you didn't know what was coming at you. Bernard Gilkey, Kevin Gross, Gerald Perry, Gerald Clark, Randy Johnson. Anybody need Randy Johnson, let me know. Tim Tuffle, Mike Lacoste, Terry Pendleton, Mikey Sasser, Jack Morris. Complete your Hall of Fame individual cards, you know? It's not always about money, at least not for me. I love baseball. Period. Pasqua. Snyder. Winfield. Santiago. Mattingly. Oof. It's like my fourth Mattingly. Belliard. Smith. Clemens. The Terminator. Reyes. Tabler. Dion. I love Prime Time, man. He was awesome. Alvin Davis, Greg Catteray. Ernie Witt, Carlton Fisk, Strawberry, Slocum, Braggs, Vance Law, Grimsley, Frank Thomas, Martinez, Alomar, Hall of Famer. Randy Johnson, Hall of Famer. Ron Darling, Jones, puzzle card. Tony Gwynn, rest in peace. Another Hall of Famer. Mel Hall. He came over from the Indians as a Yankee. He had some decent seasons when we were really bad. Like in this season right here, 1990, we were horrible. He used to wear his batting gloves in his back pocket of his uniform, right? But he would let the fingers stick out. So when he would hit a home run and he's rounding the bases, the fingers of the batting gloves were waving at the crowd. It wasn't a bat flip. But he definitely had a funky home run walk. Steve Farr. A long line of good closers for the Yankees. We sucked in 1990, but it wasn't because of Steve Farr's fault. I'll tell you that much. Dana Kieker. Dave Parker, the Cobra. This is another guy. If Harold Baines is in the Hall of Fame, Dave Parker belongs in the Hall of Fame. Period. The Cobra. Todd Zeal. Kettleton. Swift. Bud Black. Elster. Warrington. Russell. Mahler. Stubbs. McGriff, the crime dog. I'll say it again. Fred McGriff should be in the Hall of Fame. Here we go, another gold rookie insert. Mike Huff, Cleveland. definitely must have been a bust. I never heard of him. And if I ain't heard of you, you're no good. Larry Anderson, Andre Dawson, Hall of Famer, Tewksbury, Belliard, Newman, Steve Avery. It's our first Steve Avery card. He was part of that vaulted pitching rotation, but it didn't last long for the Braves. Ken Griffey Sr., great Red. I loved him as a Yankee. And gave us Ken Griffey Jr. Thank you, sir. John Morris. By the way, Griffey Sr. joined the Mariners, and him and his son went back-to-back. The only father-son duo to hit back-to-back home runs. How do you like that? Orlando Merced, Wally Backman, Kevin Brown, the Black Kevin Brown, Luis Rivera, Scott Champignino, Joe Klink. He's got eight packets left, man. Thanks for hanging in there if you're still hanging in. Scott Fletcher, Willie Wilson, Kurt Schilling again, Eckersley, Kruk, Ventura, Thigpen, Knobloch, Bell, King, Joey Cora, Alex Cora's brother, Lance Parrish. That tough-ass picture. Love it. Mike Maddox, Pascual Perez, the Witch Doctor, Bernard Gilkey. If any kids are watching, pardon my language. Another gold rookie insert. Eddie Zosky. I don't even know what team this is. The Blue Jays. Yeah, it's safe to say Eddie Zosky did not win a ring in 92 and 93. Chris Carpenter, the fake one. Gary Varsho, Rick Cerrone, Gagne, Willie Randolph, Dale Murphy, Danny Darwin, Glenn Davis, Cromartie, Ballard, Ron Karkovice. Ron Karkovice was Carlton Fisk's backup. He was also a good defensive catcher. Belcher, Chico Walker, Mariano Duncan. Ivan Calderon. He got traded for Sosa, I believe. I think Calderon went from the Expos to the White Sox, and Sosa got traded to the Cubs. I don't remember how it was, but Calderon was involved in that somehow. He was a solid player. Ozzie Guillen, the crazy manager, and solid. He was Rookie of the Year, I think, in 80. I want to say it was 1984, 1985, Rookie of the Year, American League. Good Venezuelan shortstop. Became a crazy manager. Mike Boddicker. Jose Vizcaino. Is this his rookie? Almost. Vizcaino was another one of those utility guys that helped the Yankees in the 90s. Bo Allred, Lacoste, Paul Molitor, Hall of Famer, Hubie Brooks, Mets great. Willie McGee, another Yankee prospect that became a world champion with somebody else, with the Cardinals. Willie McGee was great. He was a great center fielder. He could hit. This guy drove in 100 RBIs twice with less than 10 home runs in a season. Okay? 100 RBIs, less than 10 home runs in a season. That's how great of a hitter he was. That's how clutch he was. Joe Carter, the only man to walk off a World Series. 1993, Blue Jays versus Phillies, Game 6. We were celebrating my cousin's 18th birthday that night. I remember that vividly. Joe Carter. Darren Jackson, Mike Pagliarulo. Pags is a batting coach, I think, for the Marlins now with Mattingly. He is also a Yankee rookie that came up with us and had a couple 30 home run seasons with us. Sam Horn, Felix Jose, John Candelaria, the Candyman. Bill Gullickson, Joe Klink, Wayne Edwards, Chris Donalds, Vicente Palacios, Junior Felix, Dan Pasqua, Brooke Jacoby, Rick Dempsey, Edgar Martinez, Hall of Famer. We all know him as a Hall of Fame DH guy, but this is when he came up as a third baseman. Is this his rookie? Can't be, is it? Let's see, Seattle 87, 88, yeah. Nope, not his rookie card, but nice card nonetheless. Congratulations, Puerto Rico and Edgar Martinez. Eric Bullock, Scott Radinsky, Xavier Hernandez, and the Allison Rich Rodriguez. That's it, guys. Last 4 packs. We're done. Whoa, Jeff Bagwell? Gold rookie insert, Jeff Bagwell? No way. Yeah, man. This is nice. Jeff Bagwell, gold rookie insert. Nice. Jamie Navarro, Marty Barrett, Glenn Davis, Behringer, Olson, Lampkin, Bedrosian, Hibbard, Quirk, Rhodey, Dave Stewart, McDowell, Lance Johnson, Paul. That's nice. Jeff Bagwell, another Hall of Famer. Chris Donalds, Floyd Bannister, Caminiti, Zane Smith, another Clemens, Cassian, Charlton, Anderson, Dawson, Armstrong, Allison, Rodriguez, Steve Howe, Jose Uribe. One of his cards is like, what is it, $2 million or something like that on eBay. People are saying that some Colombian drug dealers are behind it. It's a payoff. I don't know, man. It's a crazy. Google search or search in eBay for who's Jose Uribe. And you'll see this astronomical price for his card. And I believe he was murdered in the 90s. Wait, Jose was what? Let's see. Does it say when he was born? In Santo Domingo, man. I think he might have died in a car crash. You guys can go find that out. John Morris. Dave Righetti. Alex Fernandez. Russell. Bernard Gilkey. Mark Lee. Tony Fossis. Brian Downing. Kevin Moss. Big baseball card rookie bust. People were going nuts for this guy. He hit 20 home runs in 42 games when he came up in 1990. I think this might be one of the cards that they were talking about. Yep. In 79 games, he had 21 home runs. Still, in those days, that's half the season, right? He was on pace for 42. He was a bust. Tim Wallach, Mickey Morandini, Ron Darling, Chris Hammond, Ruby Brooks, Tony Gwynn, Dennis Eckersley. Last card, guys. Thanks for hanging in, man. Over an hour. For a set that's not really famous. Kevin Bass, Ron Hassey, Eric Show, Franklin Stubbs, Gerald Perry, Roberto Alomar, another Hall of Famer, Boddicker, Vizcaíno, Allred, Lacoste, Molitor, Hall of Famer, Diaz, Ernest Riles, Joe Carter, walk-off hero, Steve Farr, a Yankee. So we started with Rock Raines, the Hall of Famer, and the last card was Steve Farr. Thanks a lot, guys. Please subscribe to my channel. I promise the videos are going to get better. The material I'll open up will get better. Leave me comments, what you like, what you don't like. I don't have soft feelings, so I can take it. Just don't be disrespectful. And once again, congratulations to the 2019 Hall of Fame class. Mariano Rivera, the first unanimous Hall of Famer. Mike Mussina, 6 years on the ballot, gets in. Hopefully he wears that Yankee hat. Rest in peace, Doc Holliday, Roy Halladay, first ballot Hall of Famer. And then Puerto Rico's Edgar Martinez. Congratulations. Have a good night, guys. Peace.